Method of Prayer by Madame Guyon. A short and very easy method of prayer which all can practice with the greatest facility and arrive in a short time by its means, and a high degree of perfection by Madame Guyon. Walk before me, and be thou perfect. Genesis 17:1. The author's Preface. This little treatise, conceived in great simplicity, was not originally intended for publication. It was written for a few individuals who were desirous of loving God with all their heart. Many, however, because of the profit they received in reading the manuscript, wished to obtain copies, and on this account alone it was committed to the press. It still remains its original simplicity, contains no censure on the various divine leadings of others. On the contrary, it enforces the received teachings. The whole is submitted to the judgment of the learned and experienced. Requesting them, however, is not to stop at the surface, but to enter into the main design of the author, which is to induce the whole world to love God and to serve Him with comfort and success, in a simple and easy manner, adapted to those little ones who are unqualified for learned, deep researches, but who earnestly desire to be truly devoted to God. An unprejudiced reader will find hidden under the most common expressions a secret unction, which will excite him to seek after that happiness which all should wish to enjoy. In asserting that a perfection is easily attained, the word facility is used, because God is indeed found with a facility when we seek Him within ourselves. But some members may urge and passage in St. John, "Ye shall seek me and shall not find me," 7:34. The apparently difficulty, however, is removed by another passage where He who can't contradict Himself and said to all, "Seek and ye shall find," Matthew 7:7. It's true indeed that he who would seek God seeks Him where He is not, and therefore it is ended, "Ye shall die in your sins." But he who will take some trouble to seek God in his own heart, and sincerely forsake his sins, that he may draw near unto Him, shall infallibly find Him. A life of piety appears so frightful to many, and a prayer of such difficult attainment, that they are discouraged from taking a single step towards it. But as the apprehended difficulty for undertaking often causes despair succeeding and reluctance in commencing, so its desirableness and the idea that it's easy to accomplish induce us to enter upon its pursuit with pleasure, and to pursue it with vigor. The advantages and the facility for this way are therefore set forth in the following treatise. Or were we once persuaded of the goodness of God towards His poor creatures, and of His desire to communicate Himself to them, we should not create ideal monsters, nor so easily despair of obtaining that good which He is so earnestly to bestow. He that spared not His own Son, but delivered Him up for us all, how shall He not with Him also freely give us all things? Romans 8:32. It needs only a little courage and perseverance. We have enough of both in our temporal concerns, but not at all in the one thing needful. Luke 10:42. If anything, then God is not easily to be found in this way. Let them not on my testimony alter their minds, but let them try it, and their own experience will convince them that the reality far exceeds all my representations of it. Beloved reader, pursue this little tract with a sincere and candid spirit, in lowliness of mind, not with an inclination to criticize, and you will not fail to reap profit from it. It was written with a desire that you might wholly devote yourself to God. Receive it then with a like desire, but as no other designs than to invite the simple and the childlike to approach the Father, who delights in the humble confidence of the children and is greatly grieved under distrust. With a sincere desire, therefore, for your salvation, seek nothing from the unpretending method here proposed, but the love of God, and you shall assuredly obtain it. Without setting up our opinions about those of others, we may only with sincerity to declare from our own experience and the experience of others the happy effects produced by thus simply following after the Lord. This treatise was intended only to instruct in prayer, nothing to set up for many things which we esteem because they do not immediately relate to our main subject. It is, however, beyond a doubt that nothing will be found herein to offend, provided it be read in the spirit with which it was written. It is still more certain that those who, in writing earnest, make trial of the way, will find we have written the truth. It is thou alone, O Holy Jesus, who loveth simplicity and innocence, and who delight is to dwell with the chosen of man. Proverbs 8:31. With those who are indeed willing to become little children. Matthew 18:3. It is thou alone who canst render this little work of any value by imprinting it on the heart and leading those who read it to seek thee within themselves, where thou reposest as in the manger, waiting to receive proofs of their love and to give them testimony of thy. They lose these advantages by their own fault, but it belongeth unto thee, O child almighty, uncreated love, silent and all-containing word, to make thyself loved, enjoyed, and understood. Thou canst do it, and I know thou wilt do it by this little work, which belongeth entirely to thee, proceedeth wholly from thee, and tendeth only to thee.